Butter... Found it.
Xavier tosses a package of butter into the shopping cart and checks the shopping list.
Is that everything?
I think so. Let's go home. We should try to get back while it's still early.
Oh, you said you were networking next week, right? If I recall correctly, networking means...
Whatever you're thinking, it's probably wrong. Networking just means meeting some new friends. Plus, this networking event is for hunters from another city. It's good to know more people from the industry so we can help each other out.
What kind of help do hunters need from other hunters?
Hard to say. There's nothing wrong with meeting new friends, right? Besides, it'd be boring if I just stay at home whenever it's holidays. Are you really not coming with me?
When we were buying bread, you said you wanted to make toast. But why the potato chips?
Potato chips can be sprinkled on top of toast. It's really delicious. You can try it if you don't believe me. I reached for the instant noodles on the other shelf.
Instant noodles can be used for baking too?
We need a backup plan for dinner in case our experiment fails.
True.
What did you get? Lemon cheese? Is it a new flavor?
Yeah. I wonder what it tastes like.
It'll probably taste either really good or really bad. If it tastes good, I'll bring a few packs for my networking event.
Since we're trying new flavors, let's try the cheesecake flavor and devil's chili flavor.
Wait, what if it tastes bad?
Maybe the people you network with will like it.
Huh? I immediately stopped Xavier from dumping a ton of useless baking ingredients into the shopping cart. Xavier, don't play tricks with me. Xavier looks at the instant noodles in his hand and puts them back on the shelf in annoyance.
Since we traveled across half of Lincoln City for this grocery trip, shouldn't we buy some more stuff?
Are you sure it's not because you want to eat them? Xavier flashes a sly look.
But you are also curious about what these strange new products taste like, right?
Just a little.
When I eat them, I'll call you over for a bite.
2 bites if they taste good?
Deal.
Xavier dumps a huge bag of instant noodles into the shopping cart.
Let's go.
I immediately grab Xavier by the hood and pull him back. Wrong way, turn around. There's a row of checkout counters upstairs. Not many people know about it, so there are never any lines.
You're really familiar with this place. No wonder you're willing to travel across the city just to buy things here.
Of course, this is the supermarket I've been going to since I was a kid. I also have a gold membership card here, which is the highest level you can get.
You've been shopping here since you were a kid? What did you buy?
Snacks when I was little, then mainly stationery, magazines, novels, and comic books. Land of the Gods. I've been reading this series since I was a kid. They published a total of 123 issues and I didn't miss a single one.
It's still ongoing?
The author says he'll keep drawing for another 10 years, but the story has been dragging on for so long that it's become boring.
But you kept reading it.
I'm really attached to the characters. Of course I have to stay with them to the very end. I put the latest issue of the comic into the shopping cart.
In that case...
Xavier picks up the instant noodles I selected from the shopping cart.
You always eat this flavor of instant noodles.
I'm accustomed to it.
So once you like something, you rarely change your mind?
Of course. I pick up a dictionary from a nearby shelf and turn to entry for accustomed. Accustomed to have behaviors, tendencies, or lifestyles that are developed over time and cannot be easily changed. Xavier looks thoughtful.
Recently, you've been asking me to join you no matter what you do. Seems like you're accustomed to me.
Isn't that a bit of a stretch?
Let me put it another way.
Standing near the dictionary, Xavier's voice gets closer.
Once you get accustomed to someone, it can't be changed easily.
People don't intentionally get accustomed to things. Xavier takes the dictionary from my hands and puts it back on the shelf.
Do you want to take the bus when we go back?
A gust of wind blows by, and then leaves fall from the tree and cover the ground. Don't you think the weather got colder after we left the supermarket?
Yeah, but it's not freezing, is it?
I stomp on the fallen leaves a few times in front of Xavier. The crisp sound of crushed leaves resounds under my feet. I didn't notice it before, but after seeing all the fallen leaves today, it really feels like autumn.
You're like a kid stepping in puddles on a rainy day.
It's nice to crush dried leaves and feel them under your feet. Try it! I love this area for you. It's really satisfying to stomp on them. I point to a spot on the ground full of fallen leaves. Xavier hesitates, then extends his foot and steps on the spot I'm pointing to. How is it?
Feels nice. Sounds like French fries being fried. It's very satisfying to hear.
Are you in the mood for French fries?
Let's bake a cake today and fry French fries tomorrow.
You've scheduled my whole weekend. Xavier fixes my falling headband.
To make it fair, I'll let you schedule mine next weekend. French fries on Saturday and cake on Sunday.
I stand on my tiptoes in front of him. But next week, I'm going to the networking event, remember?
You just want to meet new friends. But I was your new friend as well.
It's not the same thing.
With how you understand networking, I think it is the same thing. A colleague who helps out another colleague. Besides, you're not always home during your days off. Don't you always come to my place? We also traveled across the city to go shopping.
I stare intently into Xavier's eyes. Xavier, you can come networking together with me. Xavier curls his lips.
May I? Never mind. I don't think I can hide my jealousy towards your new friends.
I knew it. You're jealous.
Let's get on the bus first.
Although there are many vacant seats on the bus, only the last row bask in warm sunlight. I sit there without thinking twice.
The sunlight is so nice.
Xavier squints as he gazes outside.
This bus route is considered the autumn scenic route. There are maple trees along the road the entire way. Guess that's why the windows of this bus are always polished to perfection.
As the bus leaves the station, the maple trees come into view, blanketing the world in a golden hue. This reminds me of a phrase: the sunlight fell on the leaves, shattering into golden pieces.
Why aren't the leaves falling into the sunlight? Look at that tree. Doesn't it look like a person getting up after falling on the ground?
You have a point. Then the sunlight and the leaves fell together into a golden embrace.
A golden embrace that's good for sleeping.
Xavier tilts his head and leans on my shoulder. I suspect you're using me to block the sun.
Left of the intersection ahead, there's an amusement park that was built 20 years ago. It's quite old now. But when it was first built, there were long lines at the ticket booth almost every weekend. There used to be vendors selling bubble guns and popcorn under the maple trees along this road. The kids were just like you, blowing bubbles and stomping on leaves.
Listening to Xavier talk, I lean against the window and look around until some colorfully painted buildings appear before me.
You only need to see such a scene once to have a deep impression of it. Even though I know there are many new subway lines nearby, I'm still accustomed to taking the bus back home.
Maybe being accustomed to something means that you like it. If you didn't like it, you wouldn't do it a second time. In other words, you really like this route.
Yeah.
I opened the window to get a better view. The breeze seeps in, delicately brushing Xavier's hair against my cheek. You made some friends before too, right?
They don't count as friends. They all left before I could get accustomed to them. So I guess they're just people I've shared my journey with.
He becomes quiet. His breathing becomes almost rhythmic. Xavier? Xavier, are you asleep? The bus chugs along. A slow song is playing on the broadcast system. I suddenly wish this route would never end.
I'm accustomed to the cakes you bake.
I turn my head carefully. The glass window reflects Xavier's gentle smile.
Soon, I'll be accustomed to the fries you make.
What? The sunlight is burning hot. The part of my neck that Xavier is resting on also feels hot. A slight itch climbs to my ear from Xavier's scarf. The feeling is inexplicable.
You've grown accustomed to it as well? Weekends like this.
In the cramped space, my arm is pressed against Xavier's, and the back of our hands, casually resting on our legs, nearly touch.
Once I get accustomed to someone, it's not easy to change. What about you? If this bus had no destination?
Xavier stretches out his fingers. Our hands move closer together.
Would you try to get accustomed to me?